name is Georgina. Just in case you're new here, if you're up for a lot of this like creative type of sequencing, challenging yourself, maybe advanced type of yoga classes, I upload here every Sunday at 7 a.m. PST. So if you like that, make sure you're subscribed. In today's class, we're gonna be doing something very exciting, flying splits or Eka Pada Koundinyasana 2. And if you're just a beginner, you can, of course, join me here. I'm gonna take you to a full warm-up, and then you can just like stop to where you can no longer get to the pose. All you will need here is yourself and your yoga mat, and we're gonna jump right in. We are gonna start in a standing position in chair pose. So you can face wherever part of your mat here, and get into your feet hip distance or together. Inhaling, reaching your hands forward and up. Exhaling, sending your hips down and back. Utkatasana or chair pose. We're gonna hold this pose to warm up our bodies and sink your hips lower for 10, 9, 8, ribcage in, 7, 6, 5, stretch, 3, 2, and 1, hands to your prayer position. You're not gonna stand up, you're gonna twist your body to the right side. But first, breathe in, and then breathe out, twist to the right, face the right side. You're gonna hook your left elbow outside of the right knee and continue to look down as you twist more. So finding that chest lifting up towards the sky to the right side. Your thumbs should be aiming for your heart center here. And then when you find that balance, you can start to look to the right side. Breathe in, breathe out, try to look up, gently or slowly. Stay for a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, tap the mat with your fingertips. You're not gonna go up. Exhale, palms to the other side, twist. Right elbow will hook outside of the left knee. So you can start to look down or to the left, whatever feels good for you. Breathe in, breathe out, look more up. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap the mat, inhale, now you're gonna stand up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, palms to touch, halfway lift, grabbing your ankles behind. You're gonna start to pedal the feet, bending one knee at a time, finding your balance by looking forward here, not down. I want you to look a little bit forward and up, so to keep your chest a little bit lifted. Continuing to bend one knee at a time. Good. And now getting a full bend in the knee, like a chair pose, if you will, gluing your belly to your thigh. You're gonna grab the backs of your legs and starting to straighten your legs, looking down, forward fold, and then bending, and just following that natural gaze. Where you're looking is gonna be where you're going up and down, right? So just one point in front or one line, going down and going a little bit forward. Good. Keep on doing that. Breathe. Beautiful. Now getting onto your fold. Adjust yourself. Inhaling, flatten your back. Exhaling, forward fold, Uttanasana. Finding your center here, fold and finding your balance, breathing in, breathing out, letting go of that leg tension, wherever you feel it, your backs. Now you're gonna start to shake your head, no, left and right. Finding your balance, you can drop your fingertips to the sides if that's better for balance. And then shaking your head, yes, up and down. Allowing your head to hang really heavy here. Good. Now wherever you are on your mat, you're just gonna walk your hands towards tops of the mat. Good. You're gonna step the left leg back, finding your pyramid shape, stretching the backs of your legs, and folding yourself towards that right leg. Good. Now, wherever you are in this pyramid shape, I want you to focus on dropping the back heel down and then adjust your hands to where it is comfortable for you so you can lift the front toes up. Good. So we're gonna do this shifting forward, back heel is lifted, and shifting back heel now is planted, toes in front are pointing up. So feeling this motion, shift forward and shift it back. As you shift forward, your belly is no longer connected to your thigh. As you shift back, you're pressing it now, getting that compression. Good. Now you're gonna step that back foot forward and switch sides. Right leg will step back, pyramid shape, and fold here. Now maybe toes are lifting up now in front, getting a little bit of a stretch, feeling even with the left and the right, shifting your weight forward, lifting that back heel, shifting it back, lifting the front toes. Inhale forward, exhale back. Repeat. Good. Now you're gonna step the right leg forward to meet the left. Left hand will drop in front of your face. Right hand will now sweep up to twist. Now from here, if this is too difficult for you to twist, I want you to open your legs wide or as wide as your mat. And inhale, draw that right hand with one straight line going up. And then exhale here. Good. Now you're gonna send that right hand behind your neck, pointing that elbows up towards the sky more. And now you're kind of twisting your upper body here. Your right hips is now going to shift to the right side. Rather, your hip is going to shift to the right. So twist and open up the shoulders, the chest, and switch sides. Drop the right hand down in front of your face. Left hand sweeps all the way up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Looking up, finding your balance. Breathe. Sliding that left hand behind your neck. You're gonna shift your left or your hips now to the left side as you open up and twist some more. So inhale, expand, exhale, twist deeper. Hold for a few. And hands down. You're now going to walk your hands and feet to find your downward facing dog. Good. Ooh. Now, if you need more warm up with the legs, let's go ahead and bend the one knee at a time. Now open your feet as wide as your mat. You're gonna come to your closer stance, your hands a little bit closer to your legs to where you can actually let go of one hand, right? So I want your thumbs and your index finger to draw or to touch. So you're now forming this triangle shape with your thumbs and index finger. Spread it wide. Okay, so you're now internally rotating your shoulders, if you notice. And then from here, push back, look back. Okay, so you have to have this short distance with your downward dog, or you can have a bend in your knees if you can't fully straighten yet. But if you can, you're gonna let go of that right hand, finding your balance. You're now on a tripod base. You're gonna grab the outside of the ankle with the right hand and then thread your head to your armpits, look up. Good. Back to your center. Plant that hands down. Thumbs and index will touch. Now right hand will root down. Left hand will come up. Inhaling, grabbing the outside of the right ankle. Threading your head to the armpits. Exhale to twist. Stay here for a few breaths and breathe. Good. Coming back to center. Now we're gonna do our spinal waves to warm up the spine. I like my feet together here, but it depends on you. You can have your feet apart or together. We're gonna start to roll our spine forward, rounding the back, breathing in. Breathing out as you arch and back bend, shifting your weight back to roll back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Now this time, as you inhale forward, you're going to pivot your legs now to face your heels to the right side. So you're gonna get a bend in the knees as you push back. You're gonna start to wave forward, rounding the back, and that right side of your obliques is working here. So you're gonna find this side body waves. Continuing to just get that yummy waves forward and back. Breathe. Good. And coming back to center, pivot your feet to that downward dog shape. Inhale, roll forward. And then pivot your heels now facing the left side this time. And now push back to bend the knees and then wave forward, rounding the spine and waving that left obliques. Pairing your breath with the movement here. Feeling like you're flowing like water. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Adjust yourself, and I want your feet now together. We're gonna lift our right leg up. When you're ready, breathing in. Beautiful. Breathe out, stay here. I want you to open your legs as wide as you can. Just finding the squared hips or opening the hips now to bend the knee. This is gonna depend on you. I want you to really get a feel of this, right? Maybe you're now starting to rotate the knees, driving with the knees, drawing big circles or small circles to really lubricate the hip socket here. So there's no right or wrong here. You could just tap your knee to the elbow, right elbow, and then open it up some more. Hips are now gonna stack facing the right side. Beautiful. Tap the right elbow, engage your core, and then open it up. Hips are stacked. Beautiful. One more time, right knee towards the elbow, and open it up some more. Good. From this open leg, you're gonna try to straighten the knee this way. Good. Now open it up some more. You might be facing now the leg on the opposite side. Beautiful. All the way as big as you can. You're gonna tap the right side of outside of the mat, the ground. Beautiful. So stay here, and you're gonna slide your right leg in front as much as your end range allows. Good. And you're gonna slide it to in line with your hips. Good. Slide it forward. Slide it back in line with the hips. Beautiful. Now step it back, downward facing dog. Drop the knees to rest your arms or wrist for a little bit. Push back to your child's pose, sitting on your heels. And now you're gonna have your tops of your palms now to touch the mat. Fingertips towards you. You're gonna bend your elbows and then straighten, hollow the body. Beautiful. Bend and straighten, push. One more time. Bend and straighten to push. And then you're gonna have your wrists to touch here. Fingertips facing left and right. Slide or shift your weight to the right. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight to the left. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go and shake your wrists, shake your hands. Close your fists. Rotate to one direction. I'm rotating inwards. Inwards up. but that depends on you. There's no right or wrong, and then you're just gonna reverse that rotation. Now, inwards and out for me. Good. Okay. Now you're gonna have this thing, tops of your palms will touch together. Whew. And then like lift your elbows up. As you lift it up, you're gonna send it down. Good. Lift it up without pressure, just to where your end range allows. Good. And now you're gonna rotate. From this angle, you're gonna rotate the fingertips towards you and up. Beautiful. Now drop with your palms facing up. Good. And now you're gonna shift your weight forward and back. Good. Forward and back. Good. One more time. Okay, now let go of that right hand. You're gonna press that forearm with the other hand and shift forward, shift it back. Do it one more time, forward and back. Now you're going to have your fingertips to really massage that forearms. Maybe circles, maybe baby pushes, whatever you wanna call it, maybe your thumbs, just massaging. Good. We need that for the wrist. This is very much interconnected. Good. And then you can push the palms together, shift your weight forward like what I'm doing now. Good. And doing that on the other side. Right forearms will drop, palm facing up. You're gonna push it with the right hand and shift forward for 3, back, 2, back, 1, back. Now fingertips will massage. Or the thumbs, really push and push. Good. Now hands together, shift forward, lifting that and folding the wrists. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck or untuck the toes, shift back, finding your child pose, pushing all the way your hands in front or extending rather. Open the knees wider than your torso and really allow your chest or belly to drop and melt down on the mat. You can drop the forehead down. Breathe. When you're ready, coming all the way up, shift your hips up, tuck the toes under, lift the knees and hips will lift up, feet together, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now your wrists are a lot feeling better, right? I want you to get a feel of how it feels now versus earlier. We're gonna lift the left leg up, breathing in, 3-legged dog. Breathe out here, open the hips as wide as you can without hurting. Inhale, stretch. Exhale now, maybe to bend if that feels good. Starting to rotate or drawing circles with the knee. And maybe adding some waves if that feels good for you with the spine. Maybe drawing figure 8 with the knee. Opening, feeling your hip socket really lubricated. Good. Tapping that left knee towards the left elbow for 3. Open it up. Hips are stacked. For 2. Open. Hips are going to face the left side. Flex the foot. For 3, tap and point the toes. Last one. Beautiful. Open up here. Now stretch the leg, open and point the toes. Face now the opposite side as much as you can. Good. You're now twisting your body. That's okay. And as much as you can, you're going to reach all the way as far as you can to the left side. Straightening the left leg. Beautiful. Whew. When it drops, you're going to slide it forward in line with the hands. Just to where you can. Maybe a little bit of a back bend if that feels good. And then slide it back in line with the hips. Or maybe backwards, depending on you. Slide it forward for 2. Slide it back. Slide it forward, 4-1. And slide it back. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Woo-hoo, good. Now again, we're gonna flow right leg. We'll lift up, breathing in. Bend the knee, send it towards your chest. Lift it high, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not gonna rest. You're gonna step it all the way outside of the right hand, lizard lunge. You're not gonna drop the back knee. You're just gonna shift your weight forward and back. Good. Now from shifting forward, as you shift back, you're gonna straighten the front, knee, toes are up. Good. It's like a wide pyramid. Good. From here, bending the knee again, and this time you're gonna drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. From here, you're gonna come to your fingertips, and wherever you are, you're gonna pivot yourself to face that knee, that front knee. So facing the right knee, twisting, looking back. Okay, and now you're lifting now. As you twist, maybe you're coming to the pinky side edge of that right foot as you twist back. Right knee will push all the way out here, but I don't want you to use your hand. I want you to open it up with your active range. Look back. Good. We're gonna do that for 5. 5, forward, 4, forward, 3, forward, 2, come back to center, and last one, twist, and now you're gonna open that knee out as wide as you can with the right hand. From here, you're not done. You're going to really come to this feeling. You're gonna slide that foot where you can actually rest that left side of the edge down. Good. So now this is really internally rotating. We want that deep internal rotation of the right leg. Good. Stay here. You're now sitting on that left leg. Good. From here, you're gonna drop the left forearms down. This doesn't matter, wherever direction, just find your comfortable spot to support you. Right hand sweeps up. Good. And now you're gonna find your twist some more. Open up more. Good. It doesn't matter if you're not this far with your range, right? You might only be here and your foot might be far down. That is fine. Wherever you are, we're just gonna be different with the range. Good. As you come back to your center, you're now gonna come to this Sphinx pose where your forearms is dropped and right knee will now drop to this half frog shape. Beautiful. Sphinx frog variation. And I want you to really push your shoulders, like your elbows down, shoulders away from the ears. Elongate your spine. Stay. Breathe. Good. Now right leg will step back, finding your Sphinx pose. Good. If you still remember what we did, we're gonna try to do and mimic that in reverse. Okay, you guys know I love doing that. Inhale. And exhale, left knee opens to the outside to that half frog shape and stay here for a few more seconds. Now we're gonna add in what we did earlier. We did not do it there, and that's okay, okay? This is gonna be a lot more bendier because now we open up the other side. So from here, you want to kind of try to just lift the elbows up from the mat, okay? Not so much, just to where you can. Just see and test where your back is currently at for 5, 4, gentle with the back, 3, 2, and 1, maybe staying there, coming to the fingertips or planting the palms down. Adjust your hands where it's comfortable for you to get your back bend here. Point the toes back, engage the toes. You're not sloppy, everything is working here. You're not squeezing the glutes are relaxed. Breathe. Good. Now, coming down to the forearms. We're gonna change it up a little bit, straightening that left leg this time. Good. Just to where you can. And then from here, your hands coming down to the chest side, right? From here, you're going to lift yourself a little bit up now. Good, a little bit more intense. And then coming to the bent knee into the left leg, right? So you're gonna mimic what we did earlier in a different sequence. Good. From there, or transition. Just finding now where you can drop the right forearms down. This, again, doesn't matter wherever you are. You're just gonna help that left foot to come to where it is comfortable for you. So adjust yourself and get that twist, okay? So same thing what we did earlier, just different approach how we got there. Okay, now we're gonna open the knee out. So I want you to find this feeling of like, it is very intense. I'm not sure if you're feeling that, but you will feel this internally rotated left leg, and then the right leg, the sides is planted down, right? So adjust yourself. I want the sides. So if you're more here, you want the sides more. So your knees or the right knee should be facing the right side or the left side. From here, you're gonna open the knee out. Pinky side edge of the left foot is firmly rooting down, right? And then there's this kind of like pushing motion. As you push this knee out, the right hip at the bottom is kind of pulling. So it's like there's a different approach here, like more like this, right? And you should feel that. So now, again, inhale, exhale, you're gonna push away. Whew. Intense, huh? That's good. How does that feel? Did you like that side more or the other side more? Good. Okay, from here, you're gonna come to your lizard lunge. You're just gonna adjust yourself, curl the back toes under, step that left foot next to the left hand outside of your mat, lift the back knee up. Good. We're gonna shift forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. If you can, you're going to hollow the upper body. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Step it back, high plank. 5, 4, squeeze the glutes down, rainbow shape with your upper body, protract your shoulder blades. 2, and 1, push back, downward facing dog. Whoo! How are you doing? Now you're gonna check back in. Close your eyes, breathing in. Feeling your right side. Breathe in. Feel your left side. How's your hip sockets? How is your shoulder mobility? Maybe you're starting to face left and right here. Waving a little bit. You can open your eyes to see what I'm doing. And then just maybe mimic this feeling. Rotating more of your shoulder sockets or your scapula. Whatever feels good for you at the moment. Good. Okay. Let me just adjust my mat. Whew. From here, we're going to lift the left leg up. Breathe in. Good. And exhaling, you're going to tap the left wrist to the sides. Slow and controlled, hollowing the body here so you can tap. Boom. Lift up. Good. 4, 3. Lift up. See, the pace is not too fast. 4, 2. Up. And 1. This is basically very controlled, right? So your everything, the descent of that leg is in a controlled manner. You're using your core to control and stabilize you. Drop the foot down, downward facing dog. We're gonna take our vinyasa just to kind of center ourselves. Roll your spine forward. Shift your weight all the way forward, shoulders past the wrist, coming down, chaturanga. Elbow squeeze towards your rib cage, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Feet together. We're gonna do that on the right side. Breathing in, reach your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, slow and controlled, tapping the right wrist, hollow the upper body as you arrive towards the center, and tap. That's 4. Lift up, inhale. 4, 3. Slow and steady. Good. Up. 4, 2. Make sure you're breathing slow and controlled. And last one, breathe in. Exhale slowly. Woo-hoo. Opening the hips. For 1. Good. Now step it in front of you. Good. We're not gonna step it back. Okay, from here, we're going to start to kind of find this pyramid shape. Scoot, scoot, scoot your foot forward as much as you can to get into your crescent lunge. So adjust yourself, inhaling, crescent. Good. Lift the back heel up. Good. Pulse it up and down. Whew. Breathe in. Exhale, pivot, warrior 2, Visvamitrasana 2. Plant the heel back down. Good. Whew. Opening some more. Good. Coming to our Trikonasana, right hand drops, left hand sweeps up as you straighten that right knee. Good. Triangle pose. Look up. Good. Now, both hands, try to find your balance, let go. See if you could stretch it all the way to the sides. Breathe in. Elongate the side body. Exhale here. Good. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, bend the front knee. Don't use your hands. Beautiful. I want you to get that, again, straighten the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Good. If you did that without the hands, that's great. Right hand will now thread underneath that right leg. You're gonna plant it down next to the right foot. Okay. From here, you're gonna bend the front knee. You can have the left hand just to support you here in the waistline and try to straighten the knee, bending and dropping the elbow down. Good. Bend, forward, and straighten all the way. You should feel an opening of the hips completely. Drop the right forearm down. Okay, now from here, I know this is very, very intense and that's fine. Now you're gonna bend the knee. We're gonna really just lubricate in Visvamitrasana before we get to flying splits, okay? So you're gonna sandwich that right arm, like I always say, leaning now your weight to that right arm. So you wanna get that spider fingers to really help root down all your base knuckles, lifting that right leg up, right pinky side edge of the right foot. You will grab it with the left hand and you're just gonna try to straighten. It's okay if you're only here, right? This requires a lot of twists. That's why we twisted earlier. So you wanna just adjust maybe closer to where you can have that underneath the knee hooked to that right shoulder. From there, you could either get a bend in that left knee, might be easier for you to get this Visvamitrasana variation. So it depends, right? We're focusing on the right leg, not so much on that left leg, and I want you to get this really lubricated. So we're gonna do this repeatedly, adjust that left foot closer. Good, 4, 3, bend, 4, 2, bend, 4, 1, stay 5, hold 4, breathe 3, 2, and 1. Drop the foot slowly, beautiful, and coming to your pyramid shape. Good. Okay, now coming to your low lunge. Anjaneyasana, push back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Half splits. Again, Anjaney, and then Ardha Hanuman. Repeat. Low lunge and half splits. Now, as you forward to low lunge, notice how my belly and my thigh are always connected, right? So you're just following. Your torso is following your right leg. Feeling that wavy feeling, like you're flowing like water. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back, pivot, or rather curl the back toes in this position. And as you shift forward, now transitioning to your side lunge or your Skandasana. Whew, intense. We're almost there, you guys. From here, we're going to open the hands all the way as wide as you can, breathing in. Breathing out, you're gonna fold to bind. Clasp your fingertips. Good. Whew. Now shake it up, and we're gonna switch sides. You can help with a hand if you're already tired because you want to, save your energy for our Eka Pada Koundinyasana. Good. We're gonna switch sides here and then rotating the ankle. Good. Now we're gonna pivot to the other side, finding your Anjani or Anjaneyasana. Good. Drop the back knee down. Whew. Inhale. Exhale. Push back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. Keeping this belly and thigh glued as always. Finding your waves. Making it fluid. Just like finding that yummy waves. You're kind of like waving your spine, right? You can untuck the back toes if that's better for you. Whatever feels good. We're just focusing on that like fluid motion. Good. We're gonna do it again in reverse, what we did earlier. Plant the right hand down first. Left hand will now underneath, thread it outside of the left hand or left foot. Okay, from here, we're gonna do a different approach of Visvamitrasana. Right shin will now gonna turn towards the outside of the mat. So you're now on a 90-degree almost. Doesn't really have to be perfect. From here, you can either curl the toes under. Now find what works best. This is opening, right? You will notice which side is easier or harder if you did the other side. And I want you to get this kind of motion. So you're in this funky shape. You're sitting on your right heel, and then you're opening this way. This opens up so much, and it's going to really help with the Visvamitrasana. We're gonna do it again. Shifting forward and back. So earlier we shifted in a different, like a lunge. This one, we're gonna do this. And I'm just trying to show you because I always get asked about if I do left and right similarly. I don't really do it exactly the same, but you can always get a feel of opening everything, feeling even if you don't do exactly the same asana. I just like to change things up a little bit. Good. From here, okay, adjust yourself where you can actually now, you're sitting down on your heel, right? You could also do this like what we did on from the other side, but I'm just like showing you different ways because you can enter so many ways in different asana, and you want to figure out what works for you, right? Because everybody's gonna be really different, but also exploring it all, like what I do, you will get you to be able to do everything as much as possible. So you can transition easily to whatever type of pose you're gonna go into, right? So from there, I'm now leaning my weight to that left arm. So I'm really rooting down. It is strong, it's not sloppy. I'm engaging my muscles. You're gonna grab the outside of the left foot with the right hand. Good. From here, now we're gonna do a different approach. We're going to be lifting from the hips as you straighten that left leg, okay? So just adjust yourself. This should be accessible. If it's very tight, you could actually have it closer like this. See this? It can still be accessible. You just have to adjust. I'm just over here because I'm now better with my mobility. Okay, so from here, seated to the heels, we're gonna open up, lifting your hips from the heels, and now you're more like twisting your body to the left side, right? So just follow that. Wherever your body goes, naturally, just go with the flow. So we're doing this for 5. Ready? 5. Inhale here. Exhale for 4. Good. Inhale. 3. 2. Last one. Now slide it down, slow and controlled. Woohoo! And we're gonna rest for a little bit in child's pose. Right. Now, how are you doing? Feeling like, ooh, everything is loosened up, right? Okay, now we're gonna flow to our EPK2. When you're ready, as always, I'm going to be putting the chapters down below so you can click it when you want to get back to it, right? Because this whole thing we did is kind of like just a warm-up to get to the EPK2. I know it's not a warm-up for a lot of people. I totally get that too. But you get there too, right? As you advance in your practice, you do feel that a lot of those difficult asanas in the beginning are gonna be your warm-up sooner or later. And trust me, you'll get there. Okay, plant your hands down, downward facing dog. And we're gonna wave forward. Breathe in, wave it back. As you wave back, you're now preparing to lift the right leg up. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to your chest. So we're gonna do different things. Right from here, you're gonna bend and tap the right shoulder with the right knee as you bend the elbows. From here, you're gonna straighten the right leg and lift up. Whoop, bend the knee again and come back to three-legged dog. We're gonna do that for 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, tap the outside of the right shoulder. Now it's very, very mobile, right? And then straighten the bend and then come back up, push up, three-legged dog for 2. Inhale. Tap the right shoulder, bend the elbow, straighten the right leg, lift up. Last one for 1. Exhale here, tap, tap, and bend the elbows, lift up, woohoo, and back to three-legged dog. We're gonna take our vinyasa with the right leg lifted, roll your spine forward. Good, high plank, shift your weight forward, keeping that right leg covered, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Or chaturanga. But my real accent in chaturanga, in Tagalog, is chaturanga. Right? I'm just really trying hard to do it chaturanga. Okay, now from here, left leg will lift up. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, we're gonna do a different approach so you can feel it all. Slow and controlled, like what we did earlier, tapping the wrist, straighten the leg. You're not going to bend the knee. And then see how far you could really go all the way to the right shoulder as you bend. Boom. That's probably a lot harder to a lot of people, but you can just try, right? If not, then lift up again, straight. That's harder. So if you cannot go, what you can do is inhale here, exhale. You can actually focus on straightening this leg first, and then bending here, and then as you come up, you can bend the knee, lift up, and then three-legged dog. Eventually, you'll be able to go all the way to straighten, like this, and then straighten up to lift it up. That's a different type of thing, but you know, you'll get there. If you did that, then awesome, that's so cool. All right, one more time. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows like a push-up, lift all the way up, energy from your core, boom, lift to three-legged dog, breathe in. Roll your spine, one-legged high plank, shift your weight forward, shoulders past the wrist, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Woohoo! All right, we're gonna bend the knees and open the knees out. You're gonna jump forward to malasana. Just rest for a little bit here, palms to touch. Breathe in, exhale, open the knees out. Yogi squat. Okay. That was just like our, you know, like, okay, we're gonna get there. Now we're gonna do it. Okay, from here, plant the hands down. We're gonna jump back. We're gonna just try our best to jump back. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, that's totally fine. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, good. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Okay, now from here, let's start with the right leg, okay? Now you can do whatever you prefer this time, and we're gonna try to float. Breathing in, right leg will lift up. Exhale, I'm gonna do the opposite this time, just to even out the feeling. Slow and steady, good. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows, good. And then if you can float, shift your weight forward, float the left leg up, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you can just drop down, or if you have the energy, you can jump back. That's harder, you don't need to jump back. You could just drop the leg down like what we did earlier. Now we're gonna do it on the other side. When you're ready, breathing in, left leg lifts up. Exhaling, I'm doing the opposite this time. Sending the knee to chest, lifting it high, tapping the left elbows or shoulders as I bend the knee, straighten the leg. Now from here, shift your weight forward. Now see, you can cheat by dropping the ribs to that right arm too. Lift up, hold 5, 4, 3, smile 2, and 1. You can drop or jump back to chaturanga. And you can relax in child's pose, or as always, you can end in shavasana. That was really intense, I know, but if you made it at least to the whole warm-up, then when you do this again for the second time, notice yourself get stronger and stronger, and you might be able to get to the end after, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 tries. It depends, right? Depends how much you practice, but eventually you'll get the whole thing in one go. Trust me, I didn't start like that. I was very, very weak. I couldn't even do one chaturanga in my life, and that really got me motivated. I was like, wow, I can't do push-up. That's crazy. That was how weak I was. So yeah, don't lose hope. I have scoliosis, so those of you always asking, yes, I was able to correct mine, or my spine is not perfect, but I'm really, really happy with it already. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for practicing with me. I really appreciate you guys being here, and if you're new, thank you for clicking this video. I hope you stay, and I hope you try a lot of my videos. It's gonna be really, really fun, and don't forget, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Ooh, Buddy knows it's finished. Okay. Buddy! I love you. Okay, you place there. Mama's almost done, okay? I know, Mama's almost done. That's Papa. Get squirrel, get squirrel.